to the game. Oh, baby. I can't wait, Subi. Let's go.
Oh, it is always such a fun time, and your smile is going from ear to ear when you get to cast Renault Vitality. Hands down the best team in Europe, and right now it's Magnifico's job to prove everyone wrong. And let's see what they can do here as Greasy forces that one through, tells Fairy Peak and K-Dop to get out of the way.
Oh, the veteran, the old man, working his way down through the defense, says, I will take this one myself. Posterizes both players. Oh, it's so good to see someone like Greasy find this kind of, last-second win, especially how long he's been in the scene, the kind of a rough Rivals series he had last season, and just the relentless pressure thus far coming in from Magnifico. It's up to Vitality to be able to respond.
And I am confident that they will be just fine here, especially in terms of responding. One of the scariest offenses, not only in Europe, but in all of the world. All three members able to not only get, their own space by 1v1 skills, but also the team passing plays. So deadly from this team.
A wonderful attempt from Atomic, but K-Dop does get the save. Fairy Peak leads that one out forward for K-Dop. Back towards the top of the wall, and Alpha will bring it down. Don't know how much boost he has. Can't be a lot with that challenge and that recovery effort. Atomic off the ceiling and actually bumps one of his teammates in the process, so they can't thread the needle. It's Greasy Meister trying to pinch. Alpha tries to take it away. And then once again, Vitality will retain possession. They move forward. Fairy Peak in the back line, usually going to be that third man back, but striker tendencies galore.
It was a great idea there, but it just took a little too much time to develop for Renault Vitality. And K-Dop, great catch and carry, but Atomic gonna poke that one downfield, and rotation, something Renault Vitality is so well known for. They do it so perfectly up and down the field. All three members are almost always exactly where you want them.
K-Dop out of the play. We'll see him in a second. That one's gonna hang. Atomic will come from the top of the ceiling. Greasy Meister waiting for a play, and then will be Alpha who gives him that play.
Oh!
The two-man commit will slow this one down. The challenge again won by Alpha somehow. This one's gonna hang. Atomic has to go on his heels, and the defensive hold has to be big. Alpha can reel it in. Can he work it off the back of the wall? Pinches it down. K-Dop a little late to the challenge and the read, but it's Fairy Peak who tries to work inside. Once again, now back on transition. Vitality looking for any opening they can find.
Renault Vitality just chipping away at that defensive wall. It's starting to just turn into chaos in the blue half right now, but there, a much-needed clear to relieve a lot of that pressure that Renault Vitality was building up. But here comes Alpha, gets the dunk and just off target. Atomic puts it downfield and catches a wide open area of field, and somehow rolls it down and gives Magnifico a 2-0 lead.
All it was going to take was one or two of these hits, right? You weather the storm, you survive, they get a lucky break, and you catch all of Vitality in your lower half. That booming hit then leads to a 2-0 Game 1 lead. It's Magnifico with the early advantage. Now, how do Vitality respond? You still have plenty of games to go through, but you don't want to go down 0-1 in the series ever, no matter what team you are. Atomic going to play that one into the corner. It's Dementia right behind. That's going to fall off the back wall, and Greasy Meister will not get a touch. Thank you, Fairy Peak. We'll take that away.
I mean, you don't want to go down 0-1 in the series because then you'd have to pull out a Spaceman sweep, right?
That's it. Subi, can we let the viewers know what a Spaceman sweep actually entails?
It entails you being dumb.
Oh, man.
I love you. We'll save it for another time. You got to keep them, wanting more.
We got to keep him wanting. He's like on the toes, man.
Oh!
Oh, my. K-Dop leads it to Fairy Peak, who says, I'll take this one from here. Look at my toes. Ba-bam.
Oh, that one made me jump out of my seat. Oh, the speed that he put that ball on the backboard and how quickly he was able to read it and get that redirect and then put the power. Oh, He is just so fun to watch. And there is another shot. I mean, they almost turned around and got 2 goals in less than 5 seconds. But here comes Demensa. Was looking for a bump on K-Dop, and he got a piece of him, it looked like, and Atomic going to keep that pressure up, but Fairy Peak puts it to the side wall. K-Dop's up, puts the pass to Alpha, and here they go, running down the field, working with each other, but Demensa gets the clear down to Greasy, and they weather it for now.
These plays from Vitality have really paid dividends thus far. Only problem is you have 36 seconds to work with, and they need a goal. They won the challenge into the corner. It's Demensa who tries to play it back out to midfield. Fairy Peak down to K-Dop with the shot! K-Dop with the goal! Wonderful play from Vitality.
And just like that, we've got a tie ball game. Great pass down to K-Dop from Fairy Peak, and it goes off Demensa, but no fault to him there. You have to go up. It's kind of one of those panic moments, and 26 seconds to go. Tie ball game. This is where Renault Vitality shines.
Who's going to be the dagger to either send this to... leave this in overtime? The follow-up, Greasy Meister! Disgusting play!
Oh, great challenge from Atomic to put that ball back into the orange half, and a disgusting 50 from Greasy off of the hood of the defender. 1 goal lead, 15 seconds to go. Renault Vitality chasing 1.
What do they have? They can win it into the corner. It's 2 commit, but 8 seconds. They lose the back third. That's where Alpha has to come big. Up to K-Dop. Fairy Peak gonna leave this one up towards the ceiling. Back down. They can still play this. Oh, and he just by a pixel leaves it on the ground. Game 1 win. Magnifico with heroics from Greasy Meister. 2 goals, 2 shots, a perfect 100%. 1 assist. 2 saves for Demensa, but I mean, credit to Vitality, even more praise to Magnifico.
Yeah, I mean,
oh my God.
Shooting them, out defending them. They were impressive this match. You have got to be kidding me that they did that to Renault Vitality, and especially that late in the game, they were able to keep their composure. They gave up 2 quick goals to make it a tie ball game, and it's like it didn't affect them whatsoever, and that's what makes a championship team.
Wow. Well, Subi, here's the thing. I'm very happy this series is going on.
My.
If that is game 1.
I spit all over my chin.
know.
Oh, I was screaming all over.
It was from the toes moment. That's where everything picked up. So as soon as a Spaceman sweep gets brought up in conversation, greatness ensues, man. And look what happens. Now we move into game 2. Magnifico take game 1. Everyone's ready to go. That means we are too. Let's get into it. Oh, it's going to be a good day.
Oh, it's already a great day. This is so fun, so great, and as an addict of Rocket League, you cannot love this system enough. This is just so great. It gives you so many games, and Alpha gets a good dunk, but Atomic able to get that one over him as he was chasing Boost, but Alpha did get that Boost steal. It's going to leave a member of Magnifico down, and Greasy off the pitch here as we go 30 seconds without a goal, and that's unusual for us to be casting, Spaceman.
What a stop from Demensa to be able to slow that one down. It is a bit unusual, but Subi, I'll take it when it's 2 high-powered offenses like this. It's Fairy Peak with the second touch. Actually gets it over Atomic. A wonderful bit of footwork, or I guess you could say thumb work, but that one again, yeah, it all works, man. Everything works. That one's going to fall back down. Greasy Meister right under Fairy Peak and up to Alpha.
Ooh, what? What a save from Demensa. He jumped 2 seconds before that shot was on target and just held himself in mid-air, somehow able to get the touch on that. The defense standing tall for Magnifico.
That was a great touch from Fairy Peak, but actually leaves a chance open. And a wonderful heads-up play. That booming clear as Fairy Peak gets a soft touch. It's Demensa who leaves it up for the teammate. Instead of threading this ball through, Greasy Meister knows if he touches it, it might go off base. It's a perfect read, and there's not much you can do for Vitality.
Yeah, no, especially when they're that aggressive on offense. Fairy Peak was trying to slide that ball just in front of that post to his teammate. And the shot wasn't able to come out and just caught him out of the rotation once again. And I was talking earlier about how good Renault Vitality normally is with their rotations, with their positioning, and that's twice now where, due to their positioning, they've given up easy goals.
Stubby, what I'm seeing so far from Magnifico is what was lacking, I feel like, on Weedham Girls in Rival Series with Ixo and Breezy. Maybe the experience. I mean, Breezy was always the one facilitating, but what you get with Atomic, the finishing capabilities, and Demensa, the wherewithal on defense, this team clearly just 300 IQ on so many plays.
Yeah, definitely very smart, and that's how you have to be going up against a team like this. All 3 members of Magnifico get involved, and all 3 members make it look pretty.
That's that finishing power that they needed last time, that Greasy Meister didn't have with such young guns. They just, Subi, you said it perfectly. They make it look easy. Like, how many times have we seen this team self-serve to each other 2, 3, 4 times on an attempt? But Alpha with a phenomenal attempt. Just the defense from Magnifico has stifled Vitality's chances in Game 2.
And the last-ditch effort saves from Demensa are insane. That's 2 now that have been on target, going in, and should be chalked up as a goal, and somehow he gets a touch on it to steer it away. But like we saw last game, a 2-goal lead is not comfortable enough. Not when you're going up against Renault Vitality. You have to hold on until the last second. And right now, the defense has been picture perfect as another shot on target from Demensa. And yeah, talking about what we were talking about earlier of them making it look easy, they're doing that. And how hard is that against a team like Renault Vitality? Because we watched teams... Yes, sir.
Subi, we hit 3 minutes into this game, and KDOP had just broken 100 points. That tells you everything you need to know about them on defense, understanding these plays, intercepting the passing lanes, creating mismatches on the challenges. That's all you need to know.
Yeah, it's just right now, this is not a good matchup for Renault Vitality. They can't seem to figure out how to break through against Magnifico. They're getting 0 space at midfield, and these clears are perfect from Magnifico. They're hitting it exactly where the third man back isn't. They're hitting it to the opposite side, and there's always someone rotating back like that. Demensa, another crazy save put on target.
A long booming clear. It would have been up to Fairy Peak to kind of slow that one down and possibly create an opportunity, but so many times it's either Alpha or Fairy Peak, you know, one at a time, just throwing darts at the board, seeing what they can get to land. And the 2 commit from Magnifico that has held strong at this front box. A follow-up chance, Atomic with a beautiful read back to midfield. Breezy Meister will follow in transition. They are burning time. Magnifico have played Game 2 against a high-powered Vitality offense better than most teams could ever dream of.
Yeah, right? Most teams, when they get a goal, like, they sweated hard to get it, and you could tell it just looked like there was so much effort that went behind it. But right now, this Magnifico squad is just looking cool. They're just looking calm. No problems whatsoever. And Greasy gets on the board as well. All 3 members getting a goal here in game number 2.
1, 2, 3. That's all you need. 0-0 time left. 3-0. Magnifico. They're now up 2-0 in the series. Who thought that was going to happen?
Not me, but now...
I know I didn't.
And now, if for any hope, Renault Vitality needs the reverse sweep. It can't be done any other way, and they have had a pretty easy run so far throughout this entire group, and right now, Magnifico giving them the hardest time. It's just incredible to see.
You know, you had an opportunity for the Spaceman sweep. You didn't pull it off. I'm kind of disappointed. Now you need to actually reverse sweep, which is much more difficult. I mean, if any team can do it, I mean, why are we even acting surprised? It is Vitality. The biggest question, again, is where's the offense, right? We saw it game one. It was a couple of defensive breakdowns that led to open shots for Magnifico and a wonderful overtime effort, right? But in game two, I mean, wow, this is a completely different Magnifico team and a completely quiet Vitality. Subi, 5 shots for Alpha, 3 for Fairy Peak, 2 for KDOP. KDOP broke 100 points with 2 minutes left in the game. Can we talk about that? Can we talk about just the quietness from Vitality?
I just think it's Magnifico smothering them.
Yeah.
Renault Vitality's getting no open space, and they can't breathe at all. And the second that they do get space, they're like bombing the ball downfield, trying to hook up with the aerial passes. And Magnifico, all 3 members are back on defense. So they're not worried at all. They're like, cool, go ahead, go up, use all that boost. You're basically double committed, so that's fine. We'll run our own offense out of this. We know how to defend against this. And I never thought I would see the day where Renault Vitality down 0-2, and they need to change up their game plan because what they're doing right now isn't working in the slightest.
Well, if you're in chat and you're a fan of Vitality, they need all of the good energy you can have. And off the start, it was Alpha with a very decent look. That attempt bangs wide right. Into the corner. It's a cluster in traffic. And KDOP will retain, and KDOP will punch it in. 1-0 Vitality.
They refused to give up pressure here. Constant barrage of touches coming from Renault Vitality. And Atomic puts that right back in KDOP's face, and he just puts it right on target. They needed that one so bad just for their confidence levels.
Flash the badge in case they forgot. 3-time world champion kicks off game 3 with 1 goal. We'll see if he can continue that. Semensa, who tries to slow it, up to Greasy Meister, gets bumped in the process, and Vitality will bring it back to midfield. Atomic intercepts it, brings it back down, trying to juggle over 1, not going to happen. And Greasy Meister falls in pursuit, but Alpha wins the challenge. Alpha, no boost, but does get the touch. And back the other way we go. Both teams just trading shots at this point.
Oh, great carry there from Fairy Peak. Here he comes off the ceiling, gets the flip, almost had the double. And KDOP just gets the touch to maintain pressure. Fairy Peak trying to do whatever he can, and Alpha gonna bomb this downfield to KDOP. KDOP double tap, no, just too wide. Renault Vitality starting to heat up.
If you guys are just joining us, wherever you may come from, first of all, welcome. Second of all, both teams sit at 2-0 today. This win in this series is to move on into the playoff bracket tomorrow. Right now, Magnifico are up 2-0 in the series, an overtime win in game 1 and a blowout win in game 2. It has been anything but predictable.
Oh! Gotta make those. You gotta have those every single time because you might not get a mulligan against a team like Renault Vitality.
And aside from that first goal, both teams, a couple of shots that have connected, but no goals. It's Greasy Meister with the attempt. Wonderful hit. The defensive hold pokes it out just enough. Greasy Meister will rotate back, tries to cut it off for Atomic. Off the hood of his car. Demensa following in. That's a bit of an open net, but no worries for Vitality. Alpha is there and back the other way. Alpha going to play this into the sidewall, up towards the ceiling. Who's going to be there first? It will be Alpha. Greasy Meister on defense. Cuts that one off, and Atomic again will feed it from Demensa. Both teams looking for the opening to commit. Greasy Meister with the interception. No boost. Atomic not in a position to cancel.
Good pressure starting to build up here from Magnifico. Menchta sitting at midfield, just gets that touch, and Greasy too slow on that ball. Atomic goes up, gonna drop it down for Demensa, and offense starting right back up as Greasy was trying to sneak in the way of KDOP there. Right idea. Unfortunately, he was just a little too far away to get the touch on that ball. And Renault Vitality hanging on to this 1-goal lead, but it looks very fragile right now as, like I was talking about, the offense starting to build for Magnifico.
Subi, I realized I made a mistake. I said there was overtime in game 1. There was no overtime. It just went down to the wire. Felt like a bit of an overtime, but it went down to the wire.
I'll forgive you.
Yeah, thank you. It was Magnifico who came out. We all know the result. Now, can Vitality take game 3 in this series? Minute 21, plenty of time, up by 1 goal, looking for the insurance as well. But the offensive pressure coming from Magnifico, eventually you got to think it's going to land. It's going to find the net, but you don't have much time to work with.
One minute to go here, Spaceman, and right now it's looking like Renault Vitality just digging their heels into that orange goal line. Gotta see some type of creativity from Magnifico to just make Renault Vitality stutter a little bit and give you a little open window. But you have to go back to that nail in the coffin there from Alpha 54, but you have to go back to that wide open miss from Atomic and wonder what could have been.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like they have to spread the defense a little bit better if you're Magnifico. The amount of shots they put on net against Vitality sent 2 at the ball each time, right? There wasn't a lot of different looks. Going into game 4, should this score stand, Magnifico have to get better with their offensive attempts. You have to get better with the lanes you've created to pass the ball. It's been nothing but props to Vitality for holding strong on defense and following in transition.
And that demo,
yeah,
we both had the same thought, and that demo doesn't mean anything. But hey, it's okay. You're not going to win every game against Renault Vitality, and you still have a little bit of a buffer as they still need to win 2 games in a row. All you have to do is win 1 of those. Yeah. But I gotta say, Spaceman, it really wouldn't surprise me if Renault Vitality come away with a win in this series.
Oh, it wouldn't surprise me at all. I would be surprised if we go to game 5. Like, that's who we are. That's what we do. But if Vitality needs to wake up at any point, it was game 3, and they were able to take it 2-0. Thank you very much to Alpha and KDOP. 3 saves, and 2 for Alpha. KDOP Fairy Peak, 4 shots for Alpha. Makes 1 of them land, shooting 25% in game 3. So we move into game 4. Magnifico still up 2-1. Game 1 was a bloodbath, right? Blows back and forth. You thank Greasy Meister for the goal at the end. Game 2 was a smothering of Magnifico on top of Vitality, right? Vitality could not get a single thing going, opening 2 goals that lead to a lead, and, well, Magnifico ran with that. Game 3, essentially the same thing, but Vitality's turn. They get a goal to kick things off from KDOP. Alpha closes it out 2-0, but they smother them on offense. Like, Vitality would not let Magnifico get anywhere close to the net. And now we're looking at, hey, this series is up in the air.
Oh, heck of a shot there, but great defense and great backup there from KDOP. He realized Fairy Peak was on that back wall, but he's basically got the top half of that net covered, and Fairy Peak looking for the upper 90, just narrowly missing it there.
Demensa with some of these 50 wins have been impressive. The only problem is that it doesn't really translate into forward momentum on the field, right? It kind of hangs the ball up for Alpha to go chase, and he does just that. Fairy Peak misses an uncharacteristic hit, and Greasy Meister will fall into the corner, needs a boost to grab. KDOP under 1, Atomic in the front of the box, back the other way. It's going to Alpha, who's going to read that off the wall. And then again, both these teams just kind of testing the waters to get things going, Subi.
Precarious situation there. Alpha barreling down the field, open net for a moment, no. But Fairy Peak is going to ensure that it stays open, gets the bump on Greasy to lead the way for KDOP.
I think he heard me. I think he heard me talking about his 100.3 minutes. And all of a sudden, he opens up both games 3 and 4 with a goal. KDOP has definitely woken up in this series, and oh, you know what that means. You know Vitality's shortly behind.
Yeah, and it's looking like Magnifico, and I'm sure it's not the case, but it's looking like now they're playing scared.
Yeah.
Like now they realize, like, the beast has awoken. Now we just have to try and hold on. When what they did well in games 1 and 2 was that talk of almost how this is Greasy's comeback season of like, we'll see what happens. Let's just go out and have fun. That's how you're going to beat a team like Renault Vitality, I feel like. And here comes Atomic. Pass off the wall. Oh my goodness. What a play from Magnifico.
That's how you tie it up. Letting it breathe, baby. 1-1. Not too much to say about that. Magnifico finally getting back into the swing of things. And Subi, to quickly touch on your point, yeah, it seemed like they kind of got ahead of themselves in game 2. They're like, oh God, we're up 2-0. And all of a sudden, you start questioning your commits, having some second guesses, and now you're sitting in a situation where the series is not over just yet.
That demo actually favors Magnifico there, because you're going to see Greasy come in. He already got pushed back to the back line, so Atomic was able to stay forward. Demensa able to stay forward, and they keep this offensive pressure, and the net's open just a little bit. Had he put that upper 90, I think it might have fallen, but Atomic gonna push this one through, and Greasy, no, Atomic made the save, and Ferry, 1v1 situation, and Demensa able to hold the line.
It's Dementia trying to move it forward. Can he get it over both? The flick, not enough. No power on that one, no boost either, none to bird. Going back to midfield is Dementia, who cuts it off. Fairy Peak and 2 will commit. I think Alpha got the save on that as well. And that one bounces precariously back to Alpha, where he can grab and reel it in.
That ball pinched out at like 200 kilometers per hour. That was insane.
Atomic should play under that one. It's Dementia who will read it through the air. K-Dop with the challenge, K-Dop with the win. And Alpha's going to take that off the back wall. So Vitality have a couple of instances where they've been able to clear out of their own box. Alpha with a big demo, but ball not on that side. Greasy Meister responds very quickly. Both teams stalemating at midfield. This one could be dangerous. Atomic reads it, a booming clear back the other way. Greasy Meister now following in. Can they swing this rotation? Possible. But again, Fairy Peak and Vitality hold strong.
This is going to be dangerous. Greasy needed that touch there as Alpha was waiting for a miss hit there. And a minute 23 to go here in this matchup. Alpha's got the ball, but Greasy reads it well. The net's wide open. Does Dementia leave it? He does, and K-Dop gets back in time. What a clutch save from the 3-time world champ.
All it's going to take is one breakaway. It's going to take one breakaway like this. A very, very awkward hit, but they survive. Magnifico still 1-1. Wonderful touch, but Greasy Meister now has to fall in and try to play this one off the wall. Does pinch it up. Vitality take possession. K-Dop moves it forward. Boost grabbed Atomic. It's Alpha with a shot. Demensa takes it away. Oh. Wide open net. Doesn't have the angle. No one to follow in. Greasy Meister, the third man back. K-Dop's in transition. Oh. The flick from Alpha. Thank you very much. 2-1 Vitality.
Oh, kiss yourself goodnight when it's a 3v1 situation, but Alpha doesn't need a teammate, does it all by himself, and makes Greasy look absolutely silly.
Oh, that deserves a ba-bam. 2-1 Vitality. We're going to game 5. I can feel it. I can feel it in my bones, Subi. We're going game 5.
That was, it's so fun watching these teams play.
We'll see if Magnifico have any magic left in the tank. They had some late Game 1 heroics. We know that 13 seconds means nothing. And with Atomic playing off the ceiling like this, Greasy Meister with the bump from K-Dop. They both commit on the pass. K-Dop had an unfortunate angle in net. He got bumped out, and that could have been an opportunity. I think that Atomic actually might have had that play, but
I think so too.
His teammate comes in and kind of ruins the momentum, but we go to Game 5 regardless. 2-2, Magnifico and Vitality all tied up.
I mean, we wouldn't have it any other way. Game 5, we started the day off basically with an overtime, or we did with the first series we casted. Yeah. This is just...
Game 1 felt like an overtime in this series when it came down to 1 second. Yeah.
But if you've got money to bet and you're in Vegas right now, you go all in on Renault Vitality. This is where they thrive. This is where they live. This is their home field. I mean, their names are up in the rafters.
God.
You got to feel comfortable right now if you're Renault Vitality. All of the momentum is behind you right now.
There is so much on the line for this series. Like, get right into the game. Enough of us. This is for a chance to play in the playoff bracket tomorrow. Both these teams, again, sit at 2-0. This has been one hell of a series to start, you know, the early afternoon, if you will, whatever time zone you find yourself in. Welcome. But, man, Vitality just look awake. It looks like the reactionary offense coming out of Magnifico might not be enough.
No, it's definitely not enough. You can't just rely on your reactions against this Renault Vitality squad. It's got to be team plays coming out. Great back pass there from Ferry to keep it away from Greasy, but it's right towards Atomic. Gets the double tap, and there's Demenza for the follow-up. Beautiful play coming out from Magnifico.
Oh, that's such a breath of fresh air if you're opening up Game 5. Atomic with a beautiful read. K-Dop gets baited out. And be able to put that one in, go up 1-0 to start this one. Subi, that is massive for Magnifico.
Yeah, that is exactly what they needed. They want to give themselves a little space in between them and Renault right now, but Alpha doing what he can. Great 1v1 skills, great dribbles, and gets this ball all the way down to the blue half. Fairy Peak couldn't get the 50-50 there as Greasy Meister bombs it downfield. And the winner of this match, it is going to be so important of that midfield control, and Demenza misses this touch. It was a crucial one. His team needed it, and it leads to a tie game.
Small mistakes in front of K-Dop. He will punish you. He will punish you. He will not let you forget. They tied up. Oh my God, so we still have 3 minutes, 58 seconds, and we haven't gotten through like a minute and 10. Like, there's still so much game 5 left. I can't wait. Both these teams trading blows in the early game. And a booming hit back the other way. Alpha will slow it down. Into the blue half we go. Play to the side of the wall, but a great touch as Magnifico had an opportunity. Alpha now trying to win the challenge, not going to happen.
K-Dop with a good touch there. Gonna leave that towards midfield, and Fairy Peak gets the save. And speaking of Fairy Peak, we haven't been saying his name much. He's been very quiet since game number 1. Hasn't been on the scoreboard at all other than saves in games 2, 3, and 4. So you gotta think, if they're gonna be successful, if they're gonna come out of this game 5 with a win, it has to be on Fairy Peak's shoulders. He's gotta step up here.
Well, Atomic is at mid waiting for this pass. And he will actually take this one himself. Takes some guts to do that, but he makes it work. Into the corner, adjacent side we go. Fairy Peak reads it over. Alpha underneath, will grab boost. Fairy with no boost as well. And back to midfield, it's K-Dop who reads it. Can he get a second touch? No, played into the corner, and Greasy Meister will try to extend this. Over Fairy Peak, but right to Alpha. We'll take that back away. And Fairy Peak now has a chance for an opportunity. Right up the post, it's Alpha with a follow-up, and Vitality make it 2-1.
Fairy Peak's ears were ringing. He knew we were talking about him. Gets involved, almost had the goal. Alpha there for the cleanup, but still 1/2 of Rocket League to go, and it is an eternity when you have just a 1-goal lead in game number 5.
It feels like it's an eternity between these two teams. With how quickly that ball has transitioned itself across the field, how much time and effort, the resources have been implemented into each and every offensive push. Here comes a follow from Greasy Meister, just off angle quite a bit. It's Alpha now off the ceiling. K-Dop underneath with a shot. Not gonna happen. Taken away. Magnifico in transition. Vitality again, continue to slow this one down. Greasy Meister burned a bit to get there, not a lot to recover. Fairy Peak down to Alpha. Vitality back in midfield. Here comes a play. What can Alpha do? The reset there. Fairy Peak not in a position. And once again, a bit of a stifled offensive push. A save to commit, but that's okay. Magnifico holds strong. And Greasy Meister is in the air to challenge that. Fairy Peak wins the challenge.
2 neutral 50-50s in a row. The pass is there, but Atomic started pushing towards that left hash. Had he had stayed midfield, you gotta think that's a goal. unfortunate situation, but Atomic bombs this one downfield. We're just at about 60 seconds remaining here, and Fairy Peak puts a shot on target. Atomic with the diving save, and it's time to get to work for Magnifico. One goal is needed to send us into overtime, or else they're staying in this bracket and they have to try and fight their way into tomorrow.
This is the most aggressive Fairy Peak has looked since game one. Atomic under both, almost dunks it in to tie this one up, but maybe if you're Magnifico, you use that to your advantage. You have 3 players from Vitality committing on some of these hits. Here comes a chance to really break the game open. K-Dop misses the hit. It's Greasymeister with a shot, Fairy Peak with the save. Atomic back the other way, in front of the net for Vitality. They hold on. Atomic and Demensa now following it. Shot from Demensa! He makes it land 2-2.
He's out of his mind, ladies and gentlemen. What a pass from Greasy, and Demensa sees Fairy Peak with the slight mistake in net. All he has to do is just put it on target, and just like that, tie ball game, game 5. You gotta think next goal is moving on in tomorrow.
Where's Fairy Peak? He's up a little bit. Here's a shot. I think that was K-Dop. Back in transition. You don't want to overcommit if you're either side, but this one will hang a bit. They're trying to kill it. K-Dop down.
Oh, this is cross! Alpha with the goal! Vitality win! 0 seconds, you never count them out, and K-Dop with the picture-perfect pass. Alpha punches it into the upper 90, and Renault Vitality punch their ticket to tomorrow's final bracket.
Ba-bam.
Woo!
Just when you're going to count them out. Just when you're going to count them out. Where's Vitality?
Bro,
where are they?
I have the biggest goosebumps right now. They're goose mountains. Oh my gosh. That was one of the funnest series that I have ever watched. That was amazing.
Just when you count them out. What did I say? In game. They're going to try to kill this, but where's Vitality? K-Dop gets the bump up. Fairy Peak's on the top. Where's Vitality? They're in your half.
You gotta be kidding me. God. That happened. That's real life. That just happened, Jace fan.
Oh, man. Vitality win it reverse sweep fashion 3-2. They take down Magnifico in one of the more impressive reverse sweeps we've seen to kick off the RLCS Season X. And, man, what a job it was. Subi, any closing thoughts on that series before we talk a little bit about Vitality moving into the playoff bracket tomorrow?
They are the king of the hill right now. And if you think you're better than them, prove it, because nobody's been able to take them down yet.
Well, with that said, and with that being said, we leave you adieu. We talk about Vitality moving on 3-0 on the day. They'll go into the playoff bracket tomorrow, and that means that our time here for this quick segment is done. We go into more matches, but that means we also head to a quick commercial break. When we return, you'll see F-Dot back with familiar faces, and congratulations, Vitality. That was amazing. We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we return, more Rocket League.